Hey guys, what's up? It's Angel here, and I just wanted to say before this video starts, there were some things that I forgot to mention in the actual video. First of all, I will be leaving the link to the website that I used for my research down below in the description in case you wanna look at it and get more details about cerebral palsy. And I also wanted to say that I am not a medical professional and I do not know everything. I am purely speaking through what I found on the internet and also my personal experiences. So yeah, don't take anything to heart or anything. Just do with the information what you will, you know? And please let me know your experiences about what it's like living with cerebral palsy. Okay, enjoy the video. Okay, bye. Hi guys, it's Angel here, back again with another video, and today's video is going to be another discussion about cerebral palsy. Now, I made a video talking about cerebral palsy maybe a few months ago, and that got me thinking. As a person who has cerebral palsy, not a lot of people know about it, and it's something that it really needs to be talked about. Because so many people, including myself, have it, and not a lot of people understand it. I don't even understand it, and I have it. So I think that it's very important to talk about this topic. And what I wanted to do in this video is basically talk to you guys about what cerebral palsy is, the different variations of it, and how it can affect somebody, and again, why it is important to raise awareness, and as well tell you kind of my personal story of how it came to be that I have it. So let's get started with the video, shall we? So cerebral palsy, in the simplest ways that I can put it into words, is that it's a condition that involves the brain, which is the cerebral part, and the palsy is the muscle part. And cerebral palsy basically is the control of the muscles that people have, or in my case, or in other people's cases, lack thereof. Now, there are four main kinds of cerebral palsy. There is spastic, which is what I have. It is caused by damage to the motor cortex, and it basically leaves a person kind of with a lot of muscle spasms and a lot of jerky movements, and we're very tight from our muscles, which can make it very hard to move. There is also dyskinetic cerebral palsy. It is the type of cerebral palsy that is caused by damage to the basal ganglia. The next one is called ataxic CP. Ataxic CP, you have damage to your cerebellum. And that part basically connects to your spine. And then finally there is the mixed kind of cerebral palsy, where it's kind of just like it sounds, like a mixture of all of the different types of CP that I have previously mentioned. What all of these types of CP have in common is that primarily there is a lot of lack of balance and sometimes a lack of movement. there's also different ways it can affect a person's body. For example, there is monoplasia, which is the paralysis of one limb. Next, there is diploplasia or paraplegia, which is the paralysis of two limbs, usually the legs, which is, again, the one that I have. Next, there is hemiplegia, which is the paralysis of one side of the body, either or side. And then there is double hemiplegia, which is the paralysis of the entire body. And usually it is affecting more their upper body, like their arms, rather than their legs. And now I want to kind of tell you what cerebral palsy is caused by. As you can probably gather or put together from what I have previously told you, it is caused by brain damage, and it is, like I said, it varies like where your brain can be damaged and the parts of the body that it can affect. Now, I kind of want to tell you my experience and how I got it. Hi guys, it's Angel here. I just wanted to take the time and pause this video and apologize for misspeaking. Cerebral palsy is not something that you can get. It is not contagious. It is something that you are strictly born with. So again, sorry for misspeaking. Let's move on with the video now, shall we? And cerebral palsy is something that you can get usually before or during birth. Maybe you can also get it after birth, but I'm not really sure. But the way that I got it was because my mom got sick. I don't know exactly with what, but because she got sick, I wasn't growing inside of the womb, and the reason I was not growing was because I wasn't getting enough oxygen to the brain, which damaged specifically my motor cortex, which is why I have the the spastic type of CP and the kind of CP that affects two of the limbs, like I mentioned, my legs. And it is quite hard sometimes to go through medically or emotionally, which hopefully I will be talking about in later videos. But for me, I think that I'm okay with my life, and I'm okay with what I have, but unfortunately there is no cure for CP, but there are treatments, which I will be getting to in other videos, that help people like me with CP live full lives. Now, since I'm kind of telling you of how I got it in the kind of factual sense, let me tell you about like the story of kind of a little bit in more detail, kind of so you can kind of get the gist of what it was like for me to be told the story, and kind of also from my parents' perspective, because it was very hard. So my mom got sick, and again, like I previously mentioned, I don't exactly remember what it was. I just know that it got very bad and she was very sick, and the doctors basically told my parents they had to take me out early. And also, like I said, I wasn't getting enough oxygen to my brain, I wasn't growing inside the womb. So it was kind of like a no-brainer to my parents that, and to the doctors as well that, you know, I would have a better chance living outside than staying inside. So they took me out. They had to do an emergency C-section, and they weighed me, and I weighed I believe 1 pound 13 ounces, which is quite small. I can basically fit in my dad's 2 hands. And I remember when they were telling me that story, I had my eyes open and I was so small, and when they took me out, the doctors and my nurse immediately told my parents there's a 50-50 chance of him living. He might not make it. And if he does make it by some miracle, he will either have some type of disability or a defect, like he will not be able to walk, talk, see, or hear, or do anything for that matter. He may as well be a vegetable. And of course, being a parent, you don't really care about that. You just want him to live. You want to have a kid, you know? And you want to give them the best possible life ever. And that's what my parents are doing now. And thankfully, I am sitting here with you guys, able to say I am very much alive, and I'm very happy with my life. No matter what I have, and no matter what I go through, I am living life to the fullest because, in my opinion, I was given a second chance at life. Not a lot of people get that. So, yeah, that's my story of how I got it, and that was my attempt to kind of let you guys know about what cerebral palsy is, and, you know, the different variations of it. And if you would like another video of what we go through, specifically for people with cerebral palsy, please let me know. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Please comment, let me know, and subscribe so you can be part of the family and you can know more about stuff like this, and we can talk more about things like this, because like I said, it's important. Not a lot of people know, and it needs to be known. And we should care about this stuff, because I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there that have the same thing that I have and may go through similar things. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and like I said, please give it a big thumbs up if you did. Leave me your opinions down in the comment section below. Subscribe, join the family, and yes, I think that will conclude our discussion. I will see you guys next time.